Hello, welcome to Nebula Vaping. I'm Francisco. We wanted to talk to you today about a pretty cool new product that we're going to start carrying. It's actually replacing our entire starter kit lineup. We think this is the best way for newcomers to get into it. It gives them a lot of the features that they didn't get before from just a starter kit at a really reasonable price with a really good feature set. So what we're going to now have as our starter kits are these devices from Smoke-Tech. They're going to come in 5 different colors. It's red, pink, stainless steel, blue, and black. The atomizer is called the T-Dux 2.0, and the battery is called the Aero variable voltage. So just to kind of get into why we think these are better than the ones we had before, start with just the battery itself. It's now variable voltage. So you have this display here that tells you, this little printed markings that tell you what the voltage is, and you rotate this dial to adjust the voltage as high or as low as you want to go. We've paired this battery with this T-Dux 2.0 atomizer. A couple of notable differences with this atomizer: the inside container is now Pyrex glass, so it doesn't react to any sort of juices that might crack plastic tanks. You know, it's all glass now. This is metal instead of plastic. This is a nicer metal with a nicer coating on it. Well, the biggest change with these, though, is our starter kits are going to come with dual coil capacity. So on the T-Dux, the cartridge is different than, you know, the old style bottom coil cartridges that you're used to. This is now the replacement coil package. It comes in a setup like this. You can actually see the coils in there. I'm not sure we can focus on that, but there's 2 coils in there now. The wicks are a little bit longer. It's really hard to get dry burns out of these. They don't leak very much. I haven't had one leak yet. We've given some out to customers so that they can test them for us, and they've reported the same thing. Very little dry burn, if ever, and very little leaking or gurgling or any of that sort of action. So to replace the cartridge, you just take that out and then you would put this back on, similar to the old style ones. This is pretty much the newest thing from Smoke-Tech. We think it's way better than, so we're actually going to stop carrying the Kangertech Mini Pro Tank version 2. Anything that had that application will now have one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and put it together and show you how it vapes. It actually has a really nice design to it. The color on it is fantastic. I'm not sure, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's like a candy apple red almost. And the finish is actually pretty, feels like it's pretty hard wearing, so it, you'll have a hard time getting this finish to come off of here. So to get started with one of these, once you've charged it and you've filled the tank, you set the voltage where you want. We're gonna start out at about 3.7 volts, which is pretty standard voltage. It's what the old starter kits would have put out just as standard. So I've already primed this tank. I've actually been using it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple drags off this and show you what it's like. So that's at 3.7 volts. Flavor comes through exceptionally well. There's no other way to say it. The redesigned coils let the flavor come through even more. Vapor production is better. I think all around it's just a better package. So now we'll turn it up to, let's do 4.4 volts, which is about 3/4 of the way up. So a little bit better vapor production. The flavor's still there really well. Usually on a lot of these devices, when you start turning the voltage up, the flavor starts going away a little bit, just because the coils themselves can't really provide that much liquid, or the wicks can't provide that much liquid to the coil, and it just starts tasting like burnt. These, you can turn it up all the way to the max, which is 4.8 volts. So I'm going to do that. And it vapes really well. It's a nice airy vape. It's not as tight as it was on the Mini Pro tanks. It's just all around a better system. You can can just keep taking drags and drags and drags, and even at the high voltages, very little dry burn. If it does ever dry burn, you basically just wait 10 seconds, take another hit, and it's good to go again. SmokeTech has done a really good job on these. These come with the full SmokeTech warranty. They're all authentic. They come in SmokeTech authentic packaging with the scratch off labels so you can verify authenticity. They'll be available on our web store starting probably today as soon as you can see this video. They're available in store right now. We've got them in stock. So come get one. They'll be $40 for the starter kit, which includes the tank, the battery, and the charger on nebulavaping.com or at our brick and mortar store at 38 South McDonald in Mesa, Arizona. Thanks very much for watching. Let us know if you have any questions.